Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Football Analytics. We're looking into the Serie A. Last round for everything. The two leagues are already gone, the Belgian and the French. So we still got a Scudetto race in the Serie A. My Inter is still in play, but there's about a 0.0001 chance that we're actually gonna win the Scudetto, unfortunately, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, for the Premier League, there's some good games. For the top 5 race, something to look into. And all the other bets are going to be covered with the website. And the reason I've been gone a bit, guys, is because there's not many games happening. And also, we've been updating the website with my friends. And yeah, we got a streak section from the top 5 leagues. I think from Monday on next week, there's going to be other leagues. So that's a pretty cool feature. So, for example, like Betis is playing against Valencia tomorrow. I'm recording this a day earlier, and this is something to look into. As also the prediction section, you're going to have my tips, and on the right side, you're going to have from the different leagues, and all the betting tips are going to be based off streaks. That's how I personally bet. Napoli, Cagliari, guys, we're trying to bet on goals on this channel, and when you see these type of odds so low, you got to take this game live, no matter what. So, like Napoli, I think they're going to be scoring the first half, but if they don't, for example, you can look into the second half. If it's still a draw game 0-0, Napoli has to win this game in case Inter beats Como. So it's a must-win. Try to get it past the 60th, 65th minute. There's probably a 99% chance Napoli is going to be winning this game. They've choked too many games before. They left crumbs on the table for Inter already in the previous games. We had an opportunity here to win. Like, look at this. Parma, Napoli. Last weekend was crazy. Inter played 2-2 against Lazio. I hope you watched those games. It was a circus show, guys. There was just too much stuff happening. I can't even explain it, but that's why they call it Spazza Inter. But I guess that's how they wanted it in Serie A to play out that way. They both gave 7+ minutes in both games. Listen, if Inter scored in the 93rd minute, they would have given the penalty to Napoli. It's simple as that. So Napoli is going to win the Scudetto, so take this game past the 60th, 65th minute. If Napoli don't score, you're going to get odds closer to 2. Double up your money with that. So that's my first tip, Napoli to score. Not ingenious. Now, my Inter. Como, right in the streak that ended last week actually against Verona. They have a draw, but besides that, they've been absolutely killing it in the last few games of the Serie A. While Inter, guys, remember that we still have the most important game in football this year coming up against PSG on the 31st of May. If Inzaghi sees Napoli is winning the first half 2-3-0, I think he's going to bring in a lot of second string players, and I think there's going to be an opportunity for Como to score. The odds right now are for Como at 475. You never know, that could be tasty, but guys, also the over 1 market right now is currently at 2. Over 1 means if they score 1 goal, you get your money back. If they score 2 goals, you win the bet. Get a website that has it. These are Friday's games. I'll probably release this video tomorrow. Today is Thursday, so I'm dropping it tomorrow morning. Yeah, okay, so Friday, Betis against Valencia. This is the streak game, guys. So look, both of the teams have nothing to play for. Also, remember, Betis playing against Chelsea midweek. They are already settled in the Europa League for next year. Also, Valencia have nothing to play for, but they have 2 games in a row where they haven't scored. This is the streak that I'm looking at. And with the way Betis has been playing, it's always been BTTS. Look at that. And that's why I put you on the website. For example, if you go to the streak section, you go to the date, you see Betis has played 10 straight games BTTS. But guys, I'm liking here Valencia over 1 market. I think it might rise still. It's a bit too low right now. But Valencia is currently at 161 for over 1 goal. Maybe it will rise, so that's something to look into. But considering that Valencia has played so well, they haven't scored in 2 matches, there's a possibility that Valencia is gonna score against Betis. So my third tip, look into Valencia to score against Betis. So Empoli Verona, it's quite simple here, guys. Empoli is in a desperate mode. So look at that. They need to, well, let's see how Lecce plays because they have a tough game against Lazio, but at least they need a draw. If they lose the game, they are going to Serie A B. Verona is safe. Well, I'm not sure if they're mathematically safe, but there needs to be a lot of combinations happening. So that's why the bookies are obviously giving Empoli as the favorite in this game. Look, the over 1 market, because Empoli doesn't tend to score a lot of goals. They've been on a huge drought. Like if we've seen here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. That's when we caught Venezia in this game. So yeah, against Parma, they scored 2 goals. And I think they're going to be scoring also against Verona in this game. So the market right now for Empoli is currently at 152 for for over 1 market, and that's something I'm going to be taking because I think Empoli has to win this game or at least try to score a goal. Okay, so these type of games like Lazio, Lecce, if you're betting live, I think that's a good opportunity for Lazio to score past the 60th minute, and the odds are actually not bad. But Lecce, guys, this is another streak I want to show you. Whereas, look, Lazio has played 10 straight BTTS games at home. Will they continue that streak? And also Lecce played 4 straight. So I would take this game live. I feel like Lazio, well, they have to win this game. They want to play in the Champions League, at least have a little chance, because Juve is playing Venezia. Roma is also playing Torino, which is not going to be an easy game. You know how Torino is so stubborn at home. Low scoring games, so Lazio has this opportunity. Depends what Venezia does. So my tip here is to go with Lazio to score live past the 60th minute to get odds closer to 2. Then you have Venezia Juventus. This is an interesting game. Juve has to win this game, and Venezia just lost really badly to Cagliari, and if they don't win this game, I think they have to win this game. Yes, they have to win this game in order to stay in the Serie A. They've been really solid against big teams. They drew against Napoli, they drew against Atalanta, they drew against Lazio, beat Fiorentina. So Venezia is a solid side at home. Juve is playing the usual Juve ball, even with the new coach. No matter who coaches Juve, it's always an under 2.5 game, no matter what. This is another game to take live, guys. This is Juve to score past the 60th minute, and it actually could come down to that. Right now, if you want to take Juve to win the game, that's not bad. If you're playing accumulator, but I suggest only goals, not outcomes, guys, because you never know what can happen. It could be 1-1, it could be 2-2. So Juve to score past the 60th minute if they don't score at all. So yeah, we closed the Serie A with Napoli freaking winning the Scudetto. Yeah, hopefully next year it's going to be better for us. Okay, so Premier League. Okay, first of all, Nottingham against Chelsea. I find that the most interesting game happening because whoever wins is probably going to the Champions League, even though you have Aston Villa. Yeah, it's a must win for Nottingham. Chelsea has been pretty bad at home. First of all, they are riding a streak of 3 consecutive games before they lost to Newcastle. But guys, this is Conference League. This doesn't count. But besides that, again, Conference League. Look at that. They've been terrible away. And Nottingham, look at that. This is a streak I like. This is what I'm going with, guys. Nottingham at home haven't won in 4 straight games. This is not the Nottingham that we saw back in March, in February, and last year. Nottingham is going to be scoring at least 1 goal this game. The over 1 market right now is at 161, and I think that's not bad against Chelsea. Huge game, guys. What do you think about this game? Nottingham-Chelsea, who are you taking? Now, the other games, for example, Man U just lost the Europa League yesterday. Terrible performance. This is actually an interesting game in terms of the far chart, guys. Look at that. 3 consecutive games for Man United. They have nothing to play for, but they haven't scored in 3 straight. This is a huge game for Aston Villa. They've been absolutely killing it the last 3 games. And look at that streak. I'm going with the streak here. Might not make any sense because this is such an important game for Aston Villa. They have to win to get into the Champions League next year. But guys, I'm riding with the streak here. I feel like last game of the season, Aston Villa can win this game, but the odds for Man United over 1 is at 185 for 1 freaking goal. Can Man United go 4 games in a row without scoring to end the season? Aston Villa may win this game, but for us, let it be 1-2, 2-3, so we win the bet. So my second tip is Man United over 1 goal, odds 185. Okay, and let's see. The rest is... let me get to the rest. Let's go back. Yeah, for example, like Liverpool, what I find interesting here is that Liverpool is the only team who won a title but still haven't won a game past that. So they won the title against Tottenham and they had 2 losses and 1 draw, and I think they're going to win at the end of the season. They're going to end with a W. They're also doing a fabulous transfer market. Verts is also in play. That's going to be interesting to see. But Crystal Palace, also another streak, guys. One of the most impressive teams to end the season. So I think it's going to balance out. That's why you take this game live. Hopefully they don't score in the first half, because I am going to be taking Liverpool to score in the second half. And I think eventually Liverpool is going to win this game, but you never know in football. So yeah, Liverpool to score in the second half to get odds closer to 2. And Newcastle Everton, that's another game that I think might go in the second half, because Everton is also one of those stubborn teams. They've been playing a bit better in the last few games. They had a little drought also of not scoring. But guys, I'm riding with Newcastle, especially that they didn't score against Arsenal. They are a really high scoring team when it comes to home. Ooh, that's another streak to look into. Look at that. Maybe Everton could score in this game. Look, 3 in a row. No, guys, this is another game for life for Newcastle to score, because they are still, yeah, they have 66 points. They need to win this game in case Aston Villa and Chelsea pull off a win. That means Newcastle is not going to be playing Champions League football next season. Yeah, so yeah, guys, a lot of games live, but these are the games that I like. Also for the Spanish League, I'm gonna drop it on the website. You're gonna have tips to look into, and during the summer we're also gonna get into the Club World Cup and maybe something in the Nations League. But for now, yeah, check other bets that are with the streaks, even if you're taking corners, because I saw a lot of you are asking corner market. I usually don't bet on it. I go mostly with the overs, over market. So the goal market is my thing. So guys, yeah, that will be it to end the top leagues for this season. And let's see what happens during the summer. But the website is updated, so go into there, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Adios.